Those who God has blessed, no one can curse. That is the popular saying, and I'm sure this resonates with a lot of you. Those who God has made number one are eternally and perpetually number one. Queen Naomi is said to have allegedly reacted to Olori Ashley, regarding her condescending remark, and attitude. Queen Naomi is said to have vehemently lambasted Olori Ashley over her unguarded remark, which has kind of portrayed her to be equating her son Tadenikawo to her own prince, who is yet to even be formally introduced to the palace. You can imagine the insult. Tadenikawo just turned 4 few days ago, and the prince of Olori Ashley has barely, it has not even turned 6 months or 1 year. He has not even been made to be introduced to Kabiyesi and Ooniofife's palace officially, and yet in the actions and inactions of Olori Ashley, she purposely, behaves like the son is now can be equated to Tadenikawo or even should supersede Tadenikawo. And this whole thing is coming out of the uh, Ebu Ebere, a ritual that was supposed to be conducted, by December by Ooniofife's palace. And for those of you who have not heard about this rite before, it is a rite, that is done when an Oni turns 50 years. And when this happens, it is said that the firstborn is his footprint, is taken and registered. It's what it is done in a fair kingdom from what we gathered. So it is after the announcement of this rite was done by the palace and by Ooni of Ife himself, and messages were sent to Queen Naomi, demanding for the footprint of Tadenikawo. I don't know how Olori actually got to hear about the announcement of the dates of the event that is coming up in December. And it is when she heard this announcement that she started throwing tantrums all over the place. You know, I mean, coming back with this, my crown prince thing, my double crown prince thing, which has become an overflogged issue. Okay? Recall the last time she was singing around the whole internet about a double crown prince, whatever. She almost escaped her banishment at that time because it took the intervention of the Gese elders and ruling house, to quell that, looming disaster that will have happened at that time. Okay, so Queen Naomi was said to have questioned her overall sanity for daring to suggest that Tadenikawo might be subservient to her own child just because of this her double prince fantasy claim that she will not let anyone to rest with. So, according to Queen Naomi, the Ebuebere footprint registration is a known practice to the palace. And if the palace, in their own wisdom, decides to fix date for it and prepare for it, and prepare the first son only for it, so be it. That is what Queen Naomi is saying. Queen Naomi is not the palace. Queen Naomi is not Ooni of Ife. Queen Naomi is not one of the Gilse elders. She doesn't partake in decision making of something as something of historical importance as this right. Okay. So what we are hearing is that, since Ooni of Ife turned 50, he celebrated that well celebrated birthday just few weeks back. So they said after that birthday, they'll be looking for a conducive date, to perfect, the celebration of this rite. And they have said it is going to come up in December. you know. So Queen Naomi is asking, is she the one that makes this decision? Why does it look like she's the one doing all this? And what gives Olori Ashley the audacity to want to question the decision of the Gese ruling house, Ooniofife himself, Kabiesi himself, Paropo, and every, body that is involved in this decision-making process that, culminated in the announcement of this rights. According to Queen Naomi, I mean, she's not Kabiesi who announced the event for December. He's not. She's not Kabiesi who went ahead to provide the silicon material, or we want to call it container. I mean, to capture Tadenikawo's footprint, because usually, if that child is not up to a certain age, it is the footprint, that is captured for registration. And in this case, it is alleged that a KBAC sent the silicon, that is going to be used to bring back Tadenikawo's footprint back to the palace, so that preparation for the ceremony can start in earnest. Okay, so Queen Naomi is asking, is it the one that has made this happen? Has she suddenly turned to Ooni I mean, you can help me ask who. Okay, so Queen Naomi also referred to the position of the Gese ruling house and Paropo, who are the one taking this decision, and who are the people who have come out to say it is Tadenikawo who is the rightful person for that position, being the first son. And that is why I'm not surprised that Queen Naomi is coming out at this time to say, those who God has blessed, no man can curse. And those who God has made number one are eternally number one. Who can fault what Queen Naomi is saying at this time? The God who made Tadenikawo the first son to our dear Kabiesi. You can't question God. Do you want to ask God why Tadenikawo came first and not the son to the prince to Olori Ashley? Is she trying to question God right now? Because I don't understand where this is coming from. And Queen Naomi was said to have even uh, questioned Olori Ashley's petty jealousy, even to a young, innocent Tadenikawo. And she questions and asks, what sort of hatred is this? You hate me so much? You did everything you had to do back then, okay? And now you have transferred this hatred to an innocent child? Where is your conscience? Where is your conscience? And we are told that Queen Naomi had never been this embittered over this whole matter. And come to think of it, who will not be angry? Especially when you take issues, out of context, and you instead of facing an adult, you are condescending so low to involving little kids. No mother, I repeat, no mother will take that rubbish, because I call it rubbish. You can't leave adults and begin to condescend so low. It's so shameless. So I'm in agreement with Queen Naomi at this time that she has taken her jealousy too far. And Queen Naomi further asked, why is she looking for trouble? Yet there is none. This thing tire me, oh. Because now Nigeria, is it that this Supreme Court judgment the last time that gave the man who came out third, distant third, that made the man who came distant third to become a governor? Is it that decision, that infamous decision at that time, has now blindfolded somebody? Because I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. So I'm outraged at this turn of events, and I'm happy that Queen Naomi has descended heavily on Olori Ashley at this time. And like I always say, if this story is actually true of this tantrum that's been thrown allegedly by Olori Ashley, if this is true, because like I keep saying, these are stories that are out there in the social media, and what I do here is to bring them here to reenact them. So I cannot guarantee the 100% correctness or authenticity of some of these stories, but that is why I keep saying that if this story as is being reported right now is true, then it is really, really very unfortunate. So, my people, what do you guys think about this story that is coming out? Please kindly leave your comments in the comment section. I want to hear what you think, okay? So, I'm going to be with you soon. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye bye.